Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It is Monday, August 25th. We got a 13-game Major League Baseball slate on tap for today. Nothing to recap. Took the day off yesterday. On top of that, you guys already know the rules. We got 13 games on tap. Tons of money to be made. I really like this slate we got here today. Also, everyone, look for my play of the day. The one game I'm going to recommend to you more than any. Also, at the end of the video, our 4 parlay plays of the day. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up of the day, 6:30 start. We got the Red Sox in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. The left-handed pitcher, Dino, will be opening up for the Red Sox. He's 4-2 with a 2.93 ERA. The right-handed pitcher, Shigano's on the mound for the O's. He's 10-5 with a 3.97 ERA. First thing we're looking at here, the left-handed pitcher, Dino, will just be opening up for the Red Sox. He's only expected to go 2 innings. On top of that, the Orioles, top of the lineup, is loaded with left-handed bats. That's why they got him out there. The right-handed pitcher, Richard Fitz, will be making his return for the Red Sox. The Red Sox had sent him down to the minors because he had been struggling so much. His last 5 starts before they sent him down, he had an ERA close to 6. Then I look at this Baltimore Orioles team here today. They've been playing very good the last 2 weeks offensively. In their last 15 games played, they're batting .268 as a team. This is a game today that the Red Sox bullpen is a bit taxed coming into this game. Especially over the weekend, they just had that series with the Yankees. They used a lot of their arms. I do see Fitz having a long leash today, even if he's struggling with his command or getting hit up. I could see them leaving him out there for a little extra. Then I look at Shigano, the starting pitcher for the Orioles here. He's been very good since the All-Star break. 5 starts since the break, he has an ERA of 2.17. In this game today, the Red Sox are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing the home dogs. Give me the Baltimore Orioles here on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles. Onto the pitching props now. I'm taking Shigano of the Orioles, and I like him to go over his line, over 3.5 strikeouts. Alright, moving on along, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. The left-handed pitcher Seymour on the mound for the Rays. He's 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Bibee on the mound for the Guardians. He's 9-9 with a 4.62 ERA. First thing we're looking at here, in this game, we got another opener, the left-handed pitcher Seymour. He's been good this season, 23 innings pitched. He has an ERA of 3.86, one of his strengths. He has very good numbers versus left-handed bats. On top of that, this is going to be a bullpen day for the Rays today. Seymour, the left-handed opener, is expected to go 1 full time through the lineup, 3 innings pitched. He's expected to go here before they turn it over to the bullpen. Looking at the Rays bullpen, in the last 10 games played, they have an ERA of 3.23. On the other side, we're looking at Bibee here for the Guardians. Since the All-Star break, 6 starts, he has an ERA of 5.17. Then we look at the big deciding factor in this game today for me is both of these teams offensively in their last 7 games played. In the last 7 games played, the Tampa Bay Rays offense has gotten back on track. They're batting .270 as a team. Looking at the Cleveland Guardians team in their last 7 games played, they're just batting .205 as a team. In this game today, the Guardians are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing the road dogs. Give me the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. Give me Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays. Onto the pitching props now. I like Bibee of the Guardians in this game, and I like him to go under his line. Under 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along, we got the Atlanta Braves in Miami taking on the Marlins. The right-handed pitcher Strider on the mound for the Braves. He's 5-11 with a 5.24 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Cabrera's on the mound for Miami. He's 6-7 with a 3.52 ERA. In this game, I'm looking at this Miami Marlins team. They continue to struggle in their home games this year, especially offensively. This season, this Miami Marlins team is batting .248 in their road games. They're batting just .220 in their home games this season. Then we look at this Atlanta Braves team. Since the month of August began, they have been one of the best offensive teams in the majors. In over 20 games played, they're batting over .270 as a team. The big knock for the Braves this month really has been their bullpen. That has been their thing that's been losing them games, especially the last 2 weeks. In over 20 games played this month, the Braves bullpen has an ERA of 5.63. In this game today, there will still be no Stowers for Miami. I could see Strider, the starting pitcher for the Braves, coming out here, pitching and having a very good game, going about 6-7 innings, so we really don't have to depend on that Braves bullpen here. In this game today, I do like the Braves, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Matt Olson of the Braves. On to the pitching props now. I'm actually playing Cabrera of the Marlins, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 4.5 strikeouts. All right, moving on along, guys. We got the Washington Nationals in New York taking on the Yankees. The right-handed pitcher Lord on the mound for the Nationals. He's 4-6 with a 3.46 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Schlittler on the mound for the Yankees. He's 1-2 with a 3.22 ERA. In this game today, I'm looking at Schlittler, the starting pitcher for the Yankees. He's been good of late. His last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 1.60. On top of that, his very last start, he saw the Tampa Bay Rays. He pitched 7 shutout innings. Looking at Lord, the starting pitcher for the Nationals here. He's been good all year for the Nationals. His last 6 starts, he has an ERA of 3.40. In this game today, I do feel the big deciding factor will be these bullpens. Both of these bullpens have been terrible of late. The Nationals bullpen is still the worst bullpen in the majors. In this game today, it's a semi-lean for me. I'm not too confident in this Yankees team recently, but I am leaning towards them, and I'm playing the Yankees here on the money line. The game total is set at 9.5, and they're expecting 9-mile-per-hour winds blowing straight from the diamond to the outfield, and I like the over in this game. The game for the hitting props, 2 total bases. Give me 2 Yankees in this game today. Give me Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge, both to have 2 total in this ball game. On to the pitching props now. I'm taking Schlittler, the starting pitcher of the Yankees, to go under his line in this one. Under 5.5 strikeouts. All right, guys, moving on along. We got the Minnesota Twins in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. The right-handed pitcher Joe Ryan on the mound for the Twins. He's 12-6 with a 2.96 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Max Scherzer on the mound for the Jays. He's 4-2 with a 3.60 ERA. And this game we're looking at Joe Ryan. He's been good all year. He's been continued to be good since the All-Star break. He's made 5 starts since the break. In those 5 starts, he has an ERA of 3.37. Looking at Max Scherzer on the mound for the Jays, we can say the same thing for him. Since the All-Star break, he's really gotten on track here. He's made 5 starts. In those 5 starts, he has an ERA of 2.20. All season, Max Scherzer has an ERA above 5. Right now, it's at 3.60. He's been pitching very good of late. The killer for the Blue Jays has been their bullpen since the month of August began. In over 20 games played, they have an ERA of 5.60. The Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. The one thing the Jays will, and we like here for the Blue Jays, is the Twins bullpen has been as bad in that span. In over 20 games played, in the last 20 games played, I should say, the Twins bullpen has an ERA of 5.40. The big thing here is going to be the offenses. The Blue Jays offense is still one of the best offenses in the majors. Since the break, they've been dominant. The Twins offense, their last 20 games played, they're batting just .218 as a team. The Jays are, in their last 20 games, they're batting .290 as a team. In this game today, the Jays are the betting on favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. Give me Barger of the Jays. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Max Scherzer of the Blue Jays, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. This next game up will be our play of the day, the game of the day today. The one game I'm going to recommend to you more than any. We got the Philadelphia Phillies in New York taking on the Mets. The left-handed pitcher Christopher Sanchez is on the mound for the Phillies. He's 11-4 with a 2.46 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Senga on the mound for the Mets. He's 7-5 with a 2.58 ERA. In this game today, doing a breakdown, it's a very important match here. For in the NL East, both of these teams should be motivated to really come out and try to win here. Looking at the starting pitching first, I personally give the edge to Christopher Sanchez, the starting pitcher for the Phillies. He's been good all season, and he's continued to be good since the All-Star break. 5 starts. He has an ERA at 2.23. We cannot say the same about Senga, the starting pitcher for the Mets here. Since the All-Star break, he's made 6 starts. He's actually had one really good start. It was against the Brewers. He pitched 6 shutout innings. But if we include that game where he pitched 6 shutout innings against the Brewers with his other 4 starts, in his 5 starts since the All-Star break, Senga has an ERA of 4.90. Looking at both of these teams' bullpens, I give the edge to the Phillies bullpen. They've been outplaying the Mets bullpen for the last 20 games. The big deciding factor in this game today, or the one thing that can be a bit tricky to call here, is the offenses. The Phillies offense, we talk about them, how good they've been playing of late, but they've been playing most of those games at home, and they've been dominant all year at home, but there is a significant drop-off in their road games this season offensively. Then the Mets are at home here today. They've been very good at home. That's their big strength, playing at home. They're 21-24 in their home games this season. They're batting .258 in their home games this year. The big deciding factor for me will be that Christopher Sanchez is on the mound for the Phillies. The Mets have not been hitting any left-handed starting pitching of late, and we spoke about how good Sanchez has been for the Phillies. In this game today, the Phillies are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, we're playing 2 batsmen in this game. Give me Pete Alonso of the Mets, Bryce Harper of the Phillies. On to the pitching props now. I'm taking Sanchez of the Phillies, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 5.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along, we got the Kansas City Royals in Chicago taking on the White Sox. The left-handed pitcher Cameron on the mound for the Royals. He's 7-5 with a 2.53 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Shane Smith on the mound for the White Sox. He's 3-7 with a 4.12 ERA. In this game today, I'm looking at the White Sox. They'll be seeing a left-handed pitcher in Cameron. The White Sox are still a top 10 team in the league this season versus lefties. Then I look at the White Sox bullpen. They've actually been playing a bit worse than they were a week or so ago, but in the month of August, over 20 games played, the White Sox bullpen has an ERA of 3.87. The Kansas City Royals on the road here today, we always talk about how much better they hit on the road in their road games, but if you've been following this channel for a while, you know I always talk about it. There's a trade-off with that. The Royals do hit better in their road games, but their bullpen ERA goes up in their road games. In this game today, I do like the White Sox, but the Royals are the betting odd favorites, so give me the home dogs here. I'm playing the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the over in this one today. 9-mile-per-hour winds blowing straight to the outfield. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Vargas of the White Sox. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Shane Smith of the White Sox, but I like him to go under his line in this game, under 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. The left-handed pitcher Rodriguez on the mound for the D-backs. He's 5-7 with a 5.40 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Woodruff is on the mound for the Brewers. He's 4-1 with a 2.47 ERA. In this game today, getting straight to it, we talk about the Brewers all the time, how well they've been playing of late. They will be seeing a left-handed pitcher in Rodriguez in this game. No team in the National League hits left-handed pitching better than the Milwaukee Brewers. Then we look at Rodriguez, the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks here. He has struggled in his road starts this season. 13 road starts this year. He has an ERA of 5.60. Woodruff, since returning for the Brewers, has been very good. He's only had one bad start, in my opinion. In this game today, we do like the Milwaukee Brewers, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, I'm taking Frelick of Milwaukee. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Woodruff of the Brewers, and I like him to go over his line, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alrighty guys, moving on along, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. The right-handed pitcher Ovidio's on the mound for Pittsburgh. He's 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA. The right-handed pitcher McGreevy's on the mound for St. Louis. He's 5-2 with a 4.26 ERA. First thing we're looking at here, the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a road game for them. Second worst road team in the majors, but the worst offensive road team in Major League Baseball. In over 60 road games this season, they're batting just .212 as a team on the road. Then we look at this St. Louis Cardinals team. They've been very good in their home games this year. They're 35-30, but when we look at their bullpen numbers, at home this season, they dropped significantly. In over 55 home games played this season, the St. Louis Cardinal bullpen has an ERA of 3.40. We look at the St. Louis Cardinals team. They've been putting up runs in the last week. They're batting .256 as a team in the last 7 games played. The Pittsburgh Pirates this last 7 games, they're batting .230. They had a very good series against the Rockies at home. Here today, on the road, I do like the St. Louis Cardinals winning this game, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I'm taking the under in this one. On to the hitting props, guys. 2 total bases. I'm playing 2 batsmen in this one. Give me Reynolds of the Pirates, Burleson of the Cardinals. And there will be no pitching props in this game today. Alrighty, guys, on after that, we got the Los Angeles Angels in Texas taking on the Rangers. In this one, the right-handed pitcher Soriano's on the mound for the Angels. He's 8-9 with a 4.0 ERA. The right-handed pitcher DeGrom on the mound for the Rangers. He's 10-5 with a 2.76 ERA. Cannot lie, these are 2 terrible offenses right now. Since the month of August began, the Angels are batting .215. The Rangers are batting just .225. Looking at both of the bullpens, both of them have been about the same. Neither one is out playing each other. They both have an ERA of 3.15 for the Angels, 3.10 for the Rangers. The big deciding factor in this game today is going to be DeGrom. I could see him having a really good performance here. It's a slight lean here. I really don't like this game, but I do like the under in this one more than anything. It is one of my favorite plays, but let's get straight to the play, guys. The Texas Rangers are the betting odds favorites in this game today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I'm taking the under in this game. On to the hitting props, 2 total bases. Give me Smith of the Rangers. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing DeGrom of the Rangers too, and I like him to go over his line, over 5.5 strikeouts. Alrighty, guys, on after that, we got the San Diego Padres in Seattle taking on the Mariners. The left-handed pitcher J.P. Sears on the mound for San Diego. He's 8-10 with a 4.94 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Miller on the mound for Seattle. He's 2-5 with a 5.87 ERA. First thing I'm looking at here, the starting pitcher for the Mariners, Miller, has been terrible all season. Since he's returned from injury, he's made 2 starts. In those 2 starts, he has an ERA of 5.50. Looking at J.P. Sears, the starting pitcher for the Padres here, since he's been acquired from the Athletics, he's been in much better form. He's made 5 starts. In those 5 starts, he has an ERA of 3.90. On the year, he has an ERA of 4.90, so he's getting into a bit of a better form right now. The one thing we got to take in consideration with J.P. Sears, the former Athletic, has pitched in this ballpark 6 times in his career before. In those 6 starts, he has an ERA of 2.70. Then the big deciding factor in this game today for me is going to be both of these offenses. In their last 15 games, the Mariners are batting just .215. In their last 15 games, the Padres are batting .275 as a team. We know the Padres bullpen, the best in the majors. The Mariners bullpen has been good all year as well. In this game today, the Seattle Mariners are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing the road dogs here. Give me the San Diego Padres on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me O'Hearn of the San Diego Padres. On to the pitching props now. I'm taking Sears of the Padres, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright, guys, on after that, we got the Detroit Tigers in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. The left-handed pitcher Skubals on the mound for Detroit. He's 11-3 with a 2.32 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Jin on the mound for the Athletics. He's 2-5 with a 4.95 ERA. In this game today, I'm looking at both of these teams offensively. Since the month of August began, they're both playing very well offensively. The Tigers are batting .260 as a team. The Athletics are batting .265 as a team. Scooble's been good his last few starts out. He's gotten back to himself. He was getting roughed up in July, but he's gotten back on track his last few starts. The big advantage for the bullpens definitely goes to the Tigers. They're outplaying the Athletics bullpen. The Athletics bullpen last 20 games has an ERA of 4.75. The Detroit Tigers bullpen in the last 20 games played has an ERA of 2.10. Then I look at Jin, the starting pitcher here for the Athletics. He will be my big deciding factor here. He has struggled in the Athletics home games all season. In 10 home games for the Athletics, he has an ERA of 6.80. In this game, we're looking at Ballpark Pal here. They have 9 to 10 mile per hour winds blowing straight to the outfield. The one thing that doesn't have me lock here with playing Detroit on the run line, believe it or not, despite me saying like JP Jin is struggling here, these Athletics players have good numbers against Scooble of the Tigers, especially Brent Rooker. He has very good numbers against Scooble. In this game today, the Detroit Tigers are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and I do like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, I'm playing 2 batsmen. Give me Carpenter of the Tigers, Brent Rooker of the Athletics. On to the pitching props now. I'm taking Scooble of the Tigers, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 6.5 strikeouts. Alrighty guys, final game of the day. We got the Cincinnati Reds in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. The right-handed pitcher Hunter Green's on the mound for the Reds. He's 5-3 with a 2.63 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Sheehan on the mound for the Dodgers. He's 4-2 with a 4.17 ERA. In this game, we're looking at the Dodgers. The last 2 weeks, they've played so inconsistently. They've allowed the Padres to come back and tie them for the lead in the West. The one big advantage the Dodgers have in this game to start off, it's a home game for them today. They're another one of these teams that play so much better in their home games. We're looking at their bullpen numbers in their home games versus on the road. This season, in their home games, the bullpen has an ERA of 3.10. On the road this season, they have an ERA of 4.23. Then we look at the Dodgers offensively. The offense really hasn't been the problem for them. They can put up runs. They just came back from San Diego, which is a really pitcher-friendly ballpark. I'm not counting that series as like an indication that their offense isn't hitting. But back at home today, where they really put up runs, one of the best home teams in the majors. Then I look at this Cincinnati Reds team. Hunter Green on the mound. I really like Hunter Green. He's a good starting pitcher. I could see him going 5-6 solid innings. The Reds bullpen has been good as well. The big thing for the Reds has been their offense. The last 2 weeks, their offense has been terrible. In their last 15 games played, they're batting just .208 as a team. In this game today, I feel the Dodgers offense can outdo the Cincinnati Reds offense, especially when they get to the Cincinnati Reds bullpen. In this matchup today, I do like the Dodgers, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Hunter Green of the Reds, and I like him to go over his line in this one, over 5.5 strikeouts. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, our 4 parlay plays of the day. We start off with our first one. It's a 5-leg game parlay. Our first play will be the New York Yankees on the money line. We're then going to play the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line, as well as the Cardinals game total to go under 8.5 total runs. We're then going to play the Detroit Tigers on the money line, as well as the Tigers Athletics game total to go over 9. And we wrap it up with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the money line. All 5 legs, $5 bet pays $120. On after that, guys, we have another 5-leg game parlay where we start off with the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. We're then going to play the Phillies game total go over 8 total runs. We're then going to play the Kansas City Royals, Chicago White Sox game total go over 8.5 total runs. And we wrap it up with the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres on the money line. All 5 legs, $5 bet pays $110. On after that, guys, we have our 2 home run parlay plays of the day. We start off with our first one. It's a 3-leg home run parlay. Our first play will be Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays. We're then going to play Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. And we wrap it up with Brent Rooker of the Athletics All three gentlemen, dollar bet pays $80. On after that, guys, we have our final play of the day, our final parlay of the day. It's another 3-leg home run parlay where we start off with Roman Anthony of the Boston Red Sox. We're then going to play Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, and we wrap it up with Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. All three gentlemen, dollar bet pays $90 flat. Alrighty, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. Monday, miserable Mondays, back to it. You guys be safe out there. I hope we all can win some money today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.